talking about? Because you never send me these notes. You tell me
You didn't send him the notes.
Oh shit, no. Here, let me airdrop them to you guys.
Oh, you didn't even get it either?
No.
We're starting off on a flop. What the fuck? I'm going back to the lobby all night and then now this, eh?
I don't know what to tell you, bro, but I don't know what the hell is this Jeff Epstein. Who the hell is that guy?
That's my boy. It's fucking every day.
I can't believe you're not talking about Katt Williams, though.
We're gonna talk about Katt Williams.
Okay, good. I thought so.
I'd love to talk about Katt. Hello, Katt Williams. I'm a fan.
But
I like your
you
product.
saw the podcast?
I watched the fucking whole 2 hour and 46 minutes, bro.
I got through about 45 minutes to an hour of it before I really got bored because all he did was just bash the whole world.
Yeah.
I had it in the background. I like the fucking.
I'm going to throw something really controversial. I think he's just really trying to get his name back out there. Although I just saw a post yesterday saying that Kevin Hart went on camera and was like agreeing with him that, yeah, it was pretty much.
You know what, bro?
No,
You can't hate him on him for that. If he was funny and people wanted him to fucking move to Hollywood and do it, then
Are these cameras rolling, by the way?
Everything's good. We're rolling.
Even the mics, we're all good to go.
Even the mics, everything's good. We're chilling.
Yeah. Fuck, we should have just kept going on the whole.
But I'm just saying, like, can you hate on the guy? Like, you know what I mean? If your podcast right now is running and then some guy from Hollywood calls you and goes, "Listen, I'm going to set up an entire show around you," would you be like, "No, I got to grind first. Sorry, bro."
But I didn't see that.
I'd
video
like to
you're talking
struggle
about,
first.
though.
I didn't
With
see it
Kevin
either.
Hart saying that he was agreeing with Katt
I
Williams.
read the post on Facebook with the picture. I did not click on the article. I don't know how real it is. I don't know if it's actually
Revolt
like,
TV is who? Isn't that the Breakfast Club?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's the Breakfast Club now because I think he went there. And then he was saying how one of the things he was harping on the most was the fact that Katt Williams said he did $2.6 million in ticket sales.
Yeah.
And supposedly Kevin Hart's clearly like he's lying. And he brought up a Forbes list that if you're doing these kind of numbers or whatever, you're on the Forbes list. And in 2006, 7, or 8, he's like, yeah, I wasn't on. He's gonna deny.
Bro, Forbes list. You know how many rich people are not on the Forbes list?
I agree.
It's
You
true.
know what I mean?
But I'm saying he wasn't agreeing though. He was saying the opposite. He was trying to say he had the most ticket lists.
You know what? He's like,
At
my
1.4
favorite
million.
part was when he's like, nobody's ever lined up for a Kevin Hart show in Hollywood.
What?
Excuse me?
No,
The guy sold out a fucking football stadium.
There's lineups
bro.
in Ottawa, man. Like, but like, I don't know. I think a lot of that is it's all fluff, right? Like, what you got to get views, bro. They did, like, I checked literally yesterday or something the day before. I looked at the original podcast video.
Yeah.
37 million in 5 days.
That's incredible. That's Joe. He beat Joe Rogan's second highest view at 32 though.
Yeah, like,
Well, that's what I mean.
That's fast, bro. 5 days, that's fast.
That's incredible, man.
That's fast.
He threw one of the biggest comedy stars in the world under the bus. Like
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, well, even Steve Harvey's like, Steve Harvey didn't struggle this and that. Come on, man.
Yeah, but like, who knows?
Who knows?
I don't think it's all truth. I think there's probably a mixture and there's an exaggeration and this and that. But I think you know what the real deal was, right? Let's get the numbers up, right? It's always about that.
100%.
Bro. Like I was looking at like you watch that Club Shay Shay podcast or whatever.
That was my first time.
Yeah, that was my first time too.
So you look back at the other videos, they don't have anywhere near close to that.
Well, I'm guessing that's
right?
your point proven, right?
So you know what I mean? So he went, like, Katt Williams went off. He's known to go off. Like,
He's known to be controversial.
Yeah, which is fine. But like, is
He's
all
more-
of it true?
He's
Maybe-
more politically controversial than he is against.
He's smart though, man.
Very smart guy. But
Well articulated.
listen, I'm a big fan of Katt Williams.
Me too,
Do
but
not get me
articles?
wrong.
Come on.
Huge.
He's a hilarious comedian, but Kevin Hart is funny. He's talented. He's
Yeah, they
funny.
just haven't liked the movie he's made in the last 20 years. But yeah, for sure.
Who hasn't the public?
I haven't. Bro, there's
I don't
not
even watch the
like,
movies.
Katt Williams nailed it on the head. There's not a single movie I actually enjoyed the last few years. It's all been like Hollywood BS with Dwayne Johnson and this. And
What was that one? Ride Along? I think that was supposed to be
That
his
was actually
debut.
not bad. That was way
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
though. But
yeah.
like,
You know, I'm the opposite, man. I think he's funny, and I liked all his movies. I know they're corny and stupid,
Yeah.
but like they're comedies. That's what
You
they're
know what?
supposed to
It's
be.
so subjective because they say the king of comedy is Bernie Mac. I never found him that incredible, bro.
I think
He had this one skit that was called "I Ain't Scared of You, Motherfuckers," and that was the funniest one. Other
I've
than
never
that, man,
watched-
I was like, just whatever about
I've
him.
never
I thought Eddie
watched
Murphy's
any of
Delirious was friggin' 10 out of 10 forever. It's one of my top.
My
threes.
problem with old comedy is like if you start to watch comedy that came out in the 90s,
it's not funny.
it's not funny to me because it talks about events that happened in the 90s that I
Body
cannot relate to.
delirious and taking a shit in the bathtub and the brown shark came. That's timeless peace, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't know if is that the one where he's on a
I
leather
got
suit.
the eyes.
Yeah,
bro.
that
I
one-
got
that's
it. Come on,
funny.
It's timeless, bro. It's delirious.
That's
bro.
funny.
But there's definitely like snippets, like things that you can like. There's stuff that you could use today that you did in the past. But there's some stuff it's like it just
I
doesn't
can't
stick
relate.
these
Like
days.
he
Yeah,
throws
it's-
jokes out there talking about people that I've never heard of.
Yeah. No,
That
for
and the whole crowd dies laughing. So obviously those people were popular in that time, right? Like
in that
they
time.
some event happened that they were popular in that time, right? But just I can't relate to it.
Other than throwing everybody under the bus, I think one of the biggest factors is the fact that he brought up Kanye West.
I didn't get
how-
that far.
Really, man, that was genius. How he was basically stating that the wayward, if you're saying the man has mental illnesses,
Yeah.
but you put him where he is.
Yeah. So
If you're
what do you
saying,
have?
like, look, he's clearly saying, I am God. There, he's trying to change his thing to Jesus. And he's like, but you guys are still endorsing him. You're the ones that's pushing him there. Instead of getting him help or whatever, look, we keep putting him in the position back to where he is.
Yeah, you're
And then he
making
talked-
fun of him and giving him more fame.
Exactly. You keep putting him, giving him more fame and giving him more attention instead of actually trying to help the guy.
Isn't
Which
he
I
like-
like that though. That was one of the ticks that I like. Basically, give the guy some help and some support. Because look what you guys are making. At this point, he's delirious.
Yeah,
you
but
know what I mean?
it's all a clown show, man. Like,
Yeah.
when, like I don't know. I think if you start looking at Hollywood and you start looking at, bro, like, could you sit there and be entertained by all these Hollywood people? For sure. Is it something you should take seriously in your life? Absolutely not. You know, what does it matter to you what this person in Hollywood is doing? Why do you care?
Jeff Epstein.
Well, like that too,
Everybody
right?
loved him.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like, I don't know. I think it was like, yeah, pop culture is one thing. Yeah, it's great. It's fun. It's entertaining. But like, how can you like? There's some people that revolve themselves about watching these videos and like watching all this stuff. And, like, what these other people like? Who cares, man? Like,
I
yeah,
agree.
okay. Like they did this or they did that. This was funny. This was great. Great. Yeah, it's a moment of entertainment. It's not a moment of to live your life around, right?
To some people, man, that's what they like.
They
You know,
thrive off that, man.
Yeah, but how
like
do
you want to be like you when you're a super fan.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a super fan of a single person in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like I think
I
one
have
of
favorite actors. I have guys that I like watching, but it's not
yeah.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro,
Yeah, like,
okay,
yeah.
Joe Pesci, the greatest mobster in the world.
Yeah,
you know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah.
Forget about it, Donnie Brasco. How you doing?
It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi.
See
it's
it.
a
Thank you
fugazi,
very
know,
much,
like-
bro. That's not
All
even a
those
tomato
guys,
tomato.
yeah.
That's a fugazi. It's only a fugazi, bro. That's a good fugazi. I agree with you, man. I think people they don't realize that they're infallible, anyways, bro.
That's the one thing with social media too, right? Like so, before like let's say like 10 years ago, right? You'd get this news on Entertainment Tonight or whatever it was, right? You'd be like a little 2-minute snippet. You'd see it on TV. You might talk to your friends the next day at school or the next day at whatever. You see that, but you're never talking about after that. Now,
'Cause it's
on
archived.
social media, so you get the YouTube video. Then they see the YouTube video is doing good. There's bro, go on the Club Shay Shay podcast. There's set like whatever 7, 8, 9, 10 snippets of all the popular things.
Oh, they're
that
gonna
he
push
said.
it.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
just pumping it.
100%.
They're just pumping it. Now you go on Instagram, you see all the memes about it. Then you go onto Facebook, you see random things. It's just like so instead of something being like a day thing or a 2-day thing where you're talking about it, it's like 5 weeks.
Oh, 100%.
You
Now
know,
the next
you know who
move-
perfected that though, eh?
who?
100%, hands down, undefeated is Andrew Tate, bro.
Yeah.
If it was not wanted, it was popping up in your face.
No,
if it was
exactly.
wanted, it was popping up in your face.
Oh,
if you
Andrew
go to
Tate.
bed, it was popping up.
There's nobody that pisses me off in the entire world but that
No
guy.
problem, but I'm saying, look how well he clearly mastered.
He's
friggin-
annoying.
No, but listen, but I'm just forget about everything else,
No.
the rhetorics. I'm saying, imagine how well he mastered.
Yeah.
The clipping,
He got popular from that.
unbelievable. Most
Yeah.
Googled man on the planet because of the clipping. Whether you hate him, like him, love him, doesn't matter. He's in front of your face.
I respect what he's done, whatever. I've never really looked into what this guy is or whatever, but he just annoys me, man. He's so cocky, he annoys me.
See, that's when it comes down to the social media, bro. That you know what I ever since I started doing this, I started really realizing, man, there's just so much persona that goes into it. Like a lot of people, if you are like, as an example, Chunks. You guys heard of Chunks?
What's that?
Chunks from the UK. He calls himself Chunks. Is a Somali guy from the UK,
yeah.
super popular
Oh,
YouTuber.
Chunks. Yeah. The
There
guy
you go,
with,
right?
With those KSI.
Wow, I'm
A
so
lot
out
of
of.
it's okay, you know, but a lot of these guys, what do they tell you? When I start doing when I start doing this, I'm Chunks.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm done with it and I go to my
Yeah.
personal life, I'm Amin.
Of
That's
course.
his name is Amin. I'm not even the same guy.
Of course, bro.
So-
Listen, at the end of the day, if you think that Andrew Tate doesn't put on a show when the cameras are on,
He's a showman and a half.
you're obviously
Yeah,
that's
but all of them are right. They're all fake
But
it
you
till
have
make
to
it.
be.
Yeah,
though.
100%.
That's the whole fun about being in front of the camera, though.
And that's what sells.
You know what I mean? The only time when you're not a showman and when you're on Epstein Island. You know what I mean? That's a whole different show, man. You have Stephen Hawkins wheeling in. You know what I mean? They're radioing him in, bro, from the heli. Get Stephen Hawkins. That's what drives me nuts about the whole Epstein thing is they've been talking about this forever. The list comes out, and then everyone's dying to see this list. First of all, the amount of John Doe's. I'm trying to not cuss. I'm telling you, that's the struggle of life. But anyways, you see that the list comes out. You see all the John Doe's, and you're like, buddy, where's the juice?
Yeah.
Where's the juice?
Why is it John Doe? Yeah.
And then on top of that,
They're not going to.
whoever's coming out on this list is dead.
Yeah.
Give us the guys that are alive. What about Oprah Winfrey? Didn't she just stack 100 million in her bag and ran? And got caught
I
for
don't
it?
know what happened with Oprah. So I didn't even look. Like,
I don't know. But
What did she do?
She stashed 100 million or whatever of her own money. She took 100 million of her own cash and ran away. But ran to where and she got caught. What are you getting caught for if there's no crime committed?
What did she?
How do you get caught with 100 million of your own money? Or what are you getting caught for? It's all before this list is coming out. A lot of these guys are getting scared because a lot of them
she
visited
pulled
the
out her
island.
money before the list came out.
I'm guessing so,
okay.
right? So, but the thing is the list comes out, and okay, Bill Clinton, buddy, we've been knowing about Bill Clinton.
Yeah, he's been done.
We've been talking about Bill Clinton years ago. Give me something new, man.
What is this Epstein Island? I'm lost. Bro, I
Buddy.
don't care for this shit. I don't pay attention
I'm
to it.
officially nicknaming him Patrick from SpongeBob. He literally lives under.
I am
under the
Patrick.
sea, bro.
No, but like
with Hasselhoff, I can.
Okay, listen, this is what I know. I know that
Jeffrey
there was
Epstein,
some
bro,
kind
the
of
guy
island and then they were raping
the
kids
island,
or some
buddy.
shit.
He was the biggest finance guy in New York, bro. Everybody was going to him. He was like the godfather of finance, bro.
Okay, what was he doing? Why? What is it with this island?
he's taking celebrities to this island, and apparently it was like
That's sex trafficking girls. That basically they were sex trafficking these young girls, and they would
I don't know,
do.
could have
They
been
would,
boys too. Who knows? Bro?
who knows? Maybe that too.
Maybe it's some weird.
and they were
screwy
having
stuff,
sex with him, and basically he was bringing all these celebrities. It's almost like this cabal thing. Exactly. Remember how Cal Williams was talking about the
Yeah.
cabal? You want to be part of this society. You're basically selling your soul in some way or another. So how do you do it? One of the biggest ways is to rape a kid. So they have all these victims coming out. But anyways, it turns out
How
all
does
these
that make you
famous
popular
people-
in Hollywood if you're raping
It's
kids?
not.
It's-
It's under.
He's promising them certain things and certain privileges, but to get them tied into it, he's making them do this stuff and putting them on camera and this and that, and then it's you can't snitch me out, but then if you do, I got you here and I got you there.
So they killed him for it. He had
Yeah.
too much information against people, anyways.
Yeah, like he went to jail. What was it? He went to jail and he hung himself within like 2 weeks or something like that.
Bullshit. And
Like,
then
this is like a few
the
years ago.
investigators came back out. Everything came back out and said this is literally homicide, man. It's impossible for this to have been a suicide. Even the way his back was broken and that he was hung, it does not account for suicide at all. So obviously they killed him to keep him quiet. So isn't that nuts? Imagine you're getting killed in prison. So they get you from the outside, and you're getting inside, you're done.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because it's all privatized, by the way. The American jails are all privatized. It's not
Of
like here in
course.
Canada.
I was watching a YouTube video like a month ago or whatever, and he was saying like if I wanted, like he was in jail and he came out or whatever, like after years, and he was talking about how he ran the jail, and he's like, if everybody ate whatever beans and I wanted a hamburger, he's like I was getting a hamburger.
Whatever he wanted.
He's like, it's just as simple as that. If you didn't make me a hamburger, you wouldn't be alive the next day. Like it's that simple.
So they caught him there, man. It's like, as an example, Prince Andrew, we already knew about this one from a while back, but now he's starting to resurface on his lists. So now what is the king doing? Everybody got to clean up shop. So what's the king doing? He's saying, we're going to remove him from the Royal Lodge. Buddy, we've been knowing he was on the
Who
list.
cares? But it doesn't make a difference.
You know what I
is
mean?
it
What do
gonna
we care?
change?
Exactly, but they're saying, oh no. What about the people that are still around? Stop giving me the dead guys, Michael Jackson and all these guys, bro. What about the guys that are still around? What about the Rocks, the Oprahs, and all these guys?
So you think Oprah and Dwayne Johnson flew to this island and fucking participated in sex trafficking?
We have the fifth the deposition, the fifth and final batch of the court documents came out. I don't know. They're gonna start going through the whole list.
That makes.
But a
I
lot
just
of them
think
are
that-
popping up as John Doe's.
Yeah, but what's the point of that?
I know.
Why is it John Doe? What you can't put the
What were-
they think? I don't
Sorry,
know.
I cut this guy out.
No,
What
no,
were
but
you saying?
I'm just trying to logically think about it. Like a guy like Dwayne Johnson.
He's
He
the
can-
most fakest person in the world. What are you talking about?
Facts.
He's not. He's the bro. He does everything just to promote his brand. He does nothing normal.
Sure, but you
He
can.
does zero things normal. He's literally okay. I have the Dwayne the Rock Johnson brand. How are we pumping this to make this the most amount of money? So anything he does,
Would you-
I don't think he even has a personality.
That's fine, but he's doing.
Well, did you not watch the Joe Rogan interview?
Yeah, bro. It was mute. There's nothing. There was zero personality.
Literally.
Oh yeah, brother. Yeah, this is. But come on.
No,
bro,
he
there's
never
nothing
gave
there.
a straight answer, and they were so politically correct.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the Maui fire too. Him and Oprah were under fire for that too.
I just think that, like, you know, at the amount of money they have, and whether he's real or not real, personality or not personality, he can literally have any girl he wants. That, like, super fan girls. You know, this guy goes outside. There's crowds that swarm around him.
Yeah.
Why would logically, like,
This is part of the cult.
You know what I'm
movement. I'm guessing this is part of the cult movement. To be part of that circle.
what do you want with that circle? I'm just trying to.
I can't even figure it
I
out.
always think, like, what's your motive? You know, like just think about it for a quick second, okay? Like, you're in real estate, okay? And you're successful in real estate. You're not gonna go and
You better be. I'm
fucking
kicking him off the pod right now.
You're not gonna go and steal something to work for the top real estate agent in the city to add to yourself 2 more deals.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense because you're already successful in real estate. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but think about it, this stuff too, right? Like, these guys are so mentally destroyed over their 10, 20-year careers, right? Like, you gotta think back, like, how much
Do not put the mic
mental
in your
BS.
face.
What's that?
Bring the mic closer.
Yeah, how much mental BS have they been going through since they've been in Hollywood, right? Like, we've all always heard the story, like, just like child stars, right? Which child star is normal nowadays?
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay,
Like,
okay, no, but think about it this way: child stars get destroyed and they're done after they turn like 25, right? So even if you're a grown adult, there's something affecting you mentally over those next couple of years for sure.
Oh, there has to be. Like, if you're Justin Bieber, bro, and from the age of 12 you can't go outside anymore.
Yeah.
You get, you know, like, who was saying it? What's her name? Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, I can't. So I forget what's the guy's name that's friends with Justin Timberlake, has a show, the talk show host. Fuck, I forget his name. He's super popular.
What
talk
did he
show.
make music?
No. He's just a talk show. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy
Okay,
Fallon.
yeah.
So she was on Jimmy Fallon. I think it was Jimmy Fallon. Anyway, so he asked her. He's like, you know, when did you notice that you were famous or something like that? The question was around, like, what was your reaction when you were famous? And she was explaining how, like, you go from being able to go outside, like, play at the park, go to the gas station, to you just can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You don't drive. Next thing you know, you've got security. Next thing you know, if you want to go to the mall, you have to plan it 5 days before because you want to go to the mall.
Well,
and
you're
they've
not
got to
going to the
inform mall security to make sure that area of the mall is super safe for you to be able to set your foot in it. She's like, it becomes tough.
I can see that, man.
Because, like, you just want to do a normal thing. You just want to be normal. Who else? Barack Obama. Because
Oh my God.
Barack Obama was saying that he was president for 8 years? Didn't drive a car for 8 years. You know what I mean? Like, 8 years he did not drive a car.
Don't worry, Big Mike was driving, bro. Big Mike.
Big
But you know what I
Mike.
mean? Like, the next day he's done being president and they're like, here's your keys. And he's like, okay, I haven't driven in 8 years, you know?
I just bombed like 16 countries and killed 2 million people. But okay, no problem. Looking at security.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
I get
it's-
it, man. But you know what? I can't tell you. I can't endorse any of it. The whole being in the frame of mind of why would you do that? The question, there should never be a reason of why. I just think in the end of the day, you know, like, it's very interesting what that Vivek Ramaswamy guy is doing about talking about the deep state and going after the deep state.
I saw that.
You know what I mean? Let's be very honest. Who is owned by Hollywood, you know?
Yeah, but
And who is running all this stuff anyways?
who is Hollywood? Right?
So clearly Jeffrey Epstein, who
Well,
he died
like,
for. Man.
now we're gonna go into conspiracies, bro.
We're
Like, this
not
is
going there.
no.
We're just talking
No,
about
but,
Epstein
like,
Island, and then
But you know what I mean, right? Like, it's like you can start thinking about this stuff and start thinking about your own ideas.
I just want to know about who's still alive on that list. And at the same time, it's crazy to show attention span because the second the list came out, everybody's been talking about this list. Everybody's been waiting for this list. Everybody's been dreaming about the list. The list comes out.
It's full of John Doe's.
Breaking news: we had a sighting of alien extraterrestrial life form in Miami. There was a shadow that popped up, and then boom! Everybody, oh my God, aliens are here! Where's the list? Give me the list. I don't care about that guy, bro. You know what does he want? He's probably paying taxes too. He's about to go back to Mars. You know what I mean? They're nailing him with taxes. Give me back this, bro. Give me the list. But it's interesting to see who's on it. Duke of York is on it. Supposedly one of the girls, the Duke of York.
Oh, Duke of York.
Yeah, so there's one of the girls that got abused. She came out, allegations. and then out of nowhere he's saying, "Oh, I have no memories or anything like that," and then settled behind closed doors, undisclosed amount, undisclosed everything, no court documents. Like, okay, bro, like you guys need to be held accountable for this.
I know, but like
We're living in a time now where the truth
Bro,
needs to prevail somehow.
Here's what bugs me. Okay, like you raped this girl, ruined her life.
Don't look at me and fucking say
No,
that. You know,
no,
just look
I'm
at
just
the
saying,
wall,
like,
you know what I mean?
you raped this girl, you ruined her life.
Thank you for
okay,
looking that way.
no worries. And then you know, she asks for $20 million. She takes her $20 million. So were you fucking coming out for the money? Like, if you really wanted to come out and prove a point and say this person is a predator or this person, you know, fucked up my life, morally, don't take any money for it. Fuck him up. But don't take any money for
The
it.
thing is,
It's like, what's money going to do? How's money
well,
going to fix that?
I was
bro.
thinking the same thing earlier too. By the way, sorry to cut you off. What about the rest of the girls? Were they all sex trafficked, or was there like some of them were sex workers, like this girl or something? I don't know. Supposedly they were paying her $15,000 every time he did something with her. You know
So
what I
she
mean?
took the fucking money.
I'm not saying no. I'm agreeing with that part. But what about the rest of the females?
And then here we are 30 years later, you're coming out because you want the money.
no, but it's also too like how much did that impact her life? Was she even able to work a normal job after that? Right? It's mental trauma, right? Like you got to factor that in.
Agreed,
Whether
agreed.
you have less mental trauma than the other person, so it affects different people different ways. I think.
I just think that, like, if you're in it for the moral side of it, then money shouldn't be the factor.
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah,
again,
you
I go
make your-
back to,
I get
like,
it. You make your bed, you lay in it. You know.
yeah, bro, like, you can't come out and, like, whatever, you're working for a company and they fuck
But
you
was
over.
she forced? Is the question.
Yeah.
Was she sex trafficked and actually received the funds directly?
Nobody
or
knows.
did the traffickers? I don't know. See, I guess that's another good question that we can find. You know, we'll look into. But I just say, in the end of the day, give us people. Stop giving me the Michael Jacksons. Stop giving us. These people need to be held accountable. I don't care if they're in Hollywood, they're famous. I don't care what they gave.
Agreed. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
At this point, we're living in a time where we're becoming way too tolerant, and it's just downhill from there. You know, so
Are we?
obviously, if you did
They
all the
fucking
sex
canceled
trafficking,
Pepe Le Pew. You think we're becoming tolerant?
you know what I mean? I think that Mel Gibson movie was that shone a lot of light. You know what I mean?
Which one was that?
The one about sex trafficking.
Sound freedom.
Yeah, Son of Freedom.
Oh, Sound of Freedom. Yeah.
You know, so it's been very interesting. You know, and even with the whole Katt Williams thing, there's just so much. Obviously, we already know how much Hollywood is fake, which is okay. It is what it is. Everybody wants to watch, but when it comes to this degree, and you got a whole list of people,
I don't think that like, you know, you trying to make it, if your goal is to be a famous comedian and then, you know, like you grind or you find your way there, good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care, but, you know, he stole this person's material or stole that person's material, but half the songs people sing, they didn't even write themselves.
No, but that's different, man. Like, go back to Dave Chappelle. Remember Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
The
big one.
best comedy show on earth.
Facts.
With the bro, I went back. I watched the whole 2 seasons last year. Still funny.
Yeah.
Still funny.
He's a true comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And the reason why he didn't get a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th season, because they said to him, hey, okay, we're going to give you 50 grand or 50 mil, whatever. But we want to be writing the scripts, or we want to have, we want to impose and be able to write, to put our creative spin on it from Comedy Central. He said, no. I did it all
And
on
a
my
big
own.
part of that was the money, though. They tried to shaft him. Oh, you made too much money, so we actually got to give you less.
Yeah, I don't know, but like they tried to cancel him 10 different times.
What you talking about oil for? Bitch, you cooking?
Yeah, no,
I
but
love
like-
that scene, bro.
Yeah,
when he's trying to
no,
act
for
like
sure.
he's the president.
Yeah, but like think about it this way. So he disappeared for what, years?
Oh,
Came
yeah.
back, still funny, killed it. People still try to cancel him, bro. Like you're not gonna cancel Dave Chappelle.
No, they
He's
tried
on
to say he's insane and all this
Yeah,
other
man.
stuff, and then it's crazy. They all sing the same tune. And I guess if you try to break out of their chains,
Yeah, you gotta conform. So that's where this Hollywood thing is coming. Okay, so Dwayne Johnson has not been the same since wrestling. You know, he was
that's
when
a
he-
fact.
when he was The Rock, he was a different person. Then
Yeah.
he had a few good movies at the beginning, you know, and now it's like some bland version of
Fast and the Furious 94.
yeah.
Yo, but
like-
that's interesting. That's back to the Katt Williams thing about how 7 of them got picked,
yeah.
and they got some light skinned lady. No one's ever heard her name. Don't even
Bro, I didn't
know
even know
her.
Ludacris had a wife.
Yeah, I'm saying like there's
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
things Katt Williams nailing on the head.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
some of it. That's what I was saying at the beginning. Some of it is true. Some of it is exaggeration. Some of it is probably lies. But there's a truth somewhere there. So I don't know.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own truth.
Would I believe Katt Williams over these other guys? I don't know. Maybe a little bit more, but do I believe any of them? Probably not.
While I was entertained.
Well, I'll tell you something. I haven't watched a Katt Williams. The last 2 comedy specials he threw out were not that funny.
I don't watch comedy specials at all. They're all terrible. I think they're all bad.
I wasn't crazy about a lot of them lately.
You know what I mean?
really?
Like so you see a few.
I think you overdid it with all of them terrible. But some
No,
of them
but
wasn't.
I personally just don't like. Well,
I
first
think,
of all,
like-
when was the last good comedy movie that came out?
Cause that I'll give you.
Yeah.
What was the?
When's the last time a good movie came out, bro?
I love Andrew Schultz's crowd control though. The way the hecklers and he deals with the crowd, man, I think it's
Yeah, no, for sure. Like that's,
I haven't watched a
that's
good
but,
movie
like,
in years.
bro, think about it. Like we haven't seen a movie like Superbad. Superbad was hilarious.
True.
They can't even do that movie these days.
No.
What else was that was good? That was funny. There's a bunch of funny. I think up to like 2015, 2016. That's when it stopped.
Yeah,
The
movies
comedy
have
just started dying,
like
you
the
know?
last 6 times my wife and I went to the movies, we legitimately walked out halfway through.
I feel like because everything started becoming too tolerant at that point. Oh, you can't say that cancel culture. I think
Yeah.
that's when cancel culture really started to
No,
come
but
out.
you can't cancel comedy.
Yep.
Comedy.
Well, that's what Dave Chappelle says.
yeah, but, like,
But they tried to. The whole trans movement.
Yeah, but think about this. Comedy is funny. Whether it hurts your feelings or not, it's comedy. It's not real. It's not a real thing. Like this is a joke. It's a joke. It's not something that's gonna be reoccurring. It's not something that's gonna be like you're
We know it's part of
bro.
your
Like
thing.
there's difference between a documentary and a comedy.
100%.
A comedy is not a documentary,
It's fucked.
right? So-
comedy.
So, why are we taking comedians seriously?
Because they're just
You know
dumb.
what I
I'm
mean?
telling you, they canceled Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, no, I get it, but it's like
I'm with you, man. I'm telling you,
you-
it's all the cancel culture.
Like imagine they cancel SpongeBob tomorrow. You're
Buddy, I'd be pissed, bro.
what do you mean?
You're taking out my guy SpongeBob.
Like you can't say anything anymore.
Can't talk
and they
about
cancel
Krabby
you.
Patties.
yeah, no,
Imagine that
there's
shit.
even some clips from SpongeBob that people started bringing up like in the past, right?
Seriously.
I love that guy, that comedian guy. He was on the thing and he was talking about they were canceling an old I don't remember if it was country music. It was this old song. Do you remember that, Shiny Boy? It was canceling an old song because
remember
it says it's endorsing rape culture and then or like sexuality, and then you have WAP by Cardi B. And then he would start singing this. It was a Christmas carol.
I've seen
Baby, baby, it's cold outside.
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
And then out of nowhere, he starts talking about WAP and all that. I don't want to say
where's
like,
Cardi B
wet ass,
at it?
whatever. You know,
Where's
what I mean?
Cardi B 2? Fell off the earth. Made a bit of money, gone.
She's done. That's it.
Outspoken men in the club. That's it.
That's what it is.
What else you need, right? You make a couple $1 million, you're good, bro. Solo.
That's it.
I'm out. Ashton Kutcher, same thing, bro. Made his fucking money, went out, started investing in startups, and he's done. He's out of the scene. He doesn't want to be fucking seen in movies. He hasn't
But
done a movie
you know
in
what?
like
I feel
8
like
years.
I feel like after they became famous and they had the fame, like you were just talking about. Who did you say? What was her name again?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
It's my girl Tay Tay.
And then out of nowhere, she's telling you, "Oh, you can't live a normal life anymore." You know.
You can't. Once you're out, you're out. Once you're famous, you're famous. It's over.
Huh? Like I refuse to show my wife, my kids, or anybody on camera, my family on camera, nothing.
Yeah.
Because you gotta you've seen all the mistakes they've made. You gotta be able to keep your private and your showman, your business separate. You know what I mean? You want to be able to go home to your private life.
Yeah.
Just don't go on Epstein Island. Don't go there.
That's all you got to do.
And Andrew Tate's like, yo, I'm gonna go buy it. Well, because in the end of the day, he's getting chucked in jail, and he's the guys that are here out and about. He's like, yo, the odds are great. I'll buy it. You know what I mean? Just to prove
Good
a
investment,
point.
huh?
Just to prove a point.
It's okay, bro. Leave it to Elon Musk. He'll figure it out.
That's it. If you like what you saw in today's video, like, share, and subscribe to Monarchy Movement. We have a lot more coming out. Come check us out on Twitch, Dante Sigliano. See you next time.